Grand Rising friends, welcome to a energy update video. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure I wasn't locking a cat outside. An energy update video for Monday, October 3rd through to Sunday, October 9th. If you don't want to hear me spiel, then you can hit the timestamp down in the description to go straight to the tarot reading part of this video. If you want to just catch up a little bit, I'll let you know that I'm so glad to be back, that I'm going to be pulling in a new deck to this weekly reading, and that I am just so happy to be here right now where I am with you. I'm going to get into it. It's going to start with a self-care deck like it did in the past as well. A staple, a self-care. Self-care is a staple. Whether it's in card form or physical form or mental, physical, emotional form, self-care is a staple. And with that, I'm just going to shuffle this double-sided self-care deck to see what self-care is best for us going from Monday the 3rd to Sunday the 9th of October. Self-care, best self-care. Ooh, we have the card of Breathe coming up on top for us. And on the back it says, the calmer you are, the more time slows down and the easier it is to get everything done. How true is that? And you can see the person on this card, the character, she's in a meditative state. She is also, her palms are up. So not only is she meditating and in this calm state where she's obviously focusing on her breath, but she's also in a state of receiving with her palms up. And her eyes are closed, so she's gone within herself to find that calm inner state with connecting to her breath and opening herself to receive from the universe, which is a beautiful way we can all care for ourselves this coming week. And then after that, a beautiful message, I'm also going to go into this Sacred Destiny Oracle deck, and it will tell us what energy is surrounding us this coming week. Positive energy for this week ahead. Fan these out. These are kind of blocking the view. Positive energy for this week ahead. Ooh, I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. Ooh, we have the energy of stand still, to go with the energy of connecting to your breath and being calm. How beautiful is that? So we have here in this card this spoonbill who's wading through this shallow waters, hunting for his meal, hunting for what it needs to survive. It's food, it's nourishment, and you can see in this card that the spoonbill is very calm and still, and he's not rushing around to try to find nourishment, but is taking each step mindfully and carefully, because that's how he will catch, how it will catch its dinner, how it will get its nourishment and what it needs, is by making each move with intention, slowing down and tuning into each movement instead of rushing through the water and splashing everywhere, and then all of a sudden all the fish are gone. Excellent. So now that we have those two, I'm going to go straight into the tarot deck to pull some cards to see what details we have to look forward to October 3rd through October 9th. perfect tarot hand. And I feel, come on, you're the one. I believe in you. I believe in you, little tarot card. And there's another. And you are the last one. So we have here the start with, the King of Swords is what we start with. You can see he is also seated in this card. And he's just contemplating and taking in his kingdom. He is the King of Swords, which means he is the king of the mind, reason, logic, how we perceive, how we act upon how we perceive, and the power we feel from it. So with this card coming up at the very beginning of the week flow here, it gives the message that this week it will be good to go into it with a sense of really taking things in and considering them from a place of stability and mind and heart melded into one to really get a sense of what is going on. You can see he's not in any rush to act. He's very calm, he's very still, but if he needed to, he would get up. But he is like the grounded counselor that will give you the sound advice that is not swayed by bias or sugar-coated. He will tell you what is needed to know in that moment from a place of sound logic and reasoning, but also soft and open heart. So know that moving forward, going into this week of October 3rd to 9th, that this energy might come up for you, or you might see it in someone around you, where you are the one to give this solid, grounded advice from head and heart, unified to someone, or someone might be in that position, that energy may be surrounding you for you to give you that advice as well. And then we have here the second card, which is the Seven of Cups. And Cups talks about our feelings and our emotions and our intuition and our psychic connection, the deeper flowing energies of life. And the Seven of Cups talks about a card that it says there's going to be a lot of options on the table this coming week, potentially, that kind of pull on your heartstrings and they make you feel different things. Maybe old emotions even come up a little bit, and they might make you question what is the best option to choose, and there might even be a temptation involved in what is best to choose. But as you can see in this card, only the life-giving waters behind him, behind this character. There's only one cup that lets that flow continue onward into the present and future, why it's coming into like the foreground of the card. And to reach the best decision, to find that cup that will continue the flow of life, the flow of energy for us this week, what a good thing that we can go into this energy before we get to these options that we might have before us, knowing that we can be this grounded counselor for ourselves to decide what to do with that, all those options, or we might be able to turn to someone outside of ourselves to get that grounded counsel. And then we have here the card of the Six of Wands. So that is a positive card to have after the Seven of Cups. The Six of Wands is a card that talks about a triumphant return, a battle won, and victory. You can see this character in this card. She is doing a standing ovation with spotlights on her, a victory wreath at her side, and there's all these energetic hands at the bottom clapping and cheering her on. And this is even for some of us potentially, maybe if it aligns and resonates and if we choose to go down the path, could also mean like like internet or social media influencing victory or acknowledgement or recognition, apart from the general sense of that card being, or this card meaning that type of thing. So it seems here as this week flows through, I'm seeing the story unfold for the energy flow, that we start out, if we know we can start out by going into this week knowing that we can be a grounded counselor for ourselves, we can be a grounded counselor for others. There's also others in our lives that we can trust to be a grounded counselor for us, so that if we come across any energies or any situations, there's a bunch of options arising for us, we can fall back on that and know that we don't have to be confused. We don't have to be confused at what to choose, because we know we have the grounded counselor on our side and within us, and within knowing that we're going to choose successfully. There's going to be victory and success ahead for us, and we're going to have this sense of winning a battle of some sort on our side, recognition and accomplishments, and being realized for that. And then we end this week of Monday, October 3rd to Sunday, October 9th, with the Devil. Yowza. So, this is the Devil, and the Devil is a card that talks about temptation, and it talks about negative self-talk and negative self-belief, and feeling trapped in that type of mindset. It can also talk about addiction for some of us, and self-imprisonment as well. And the thing with the Devil is that the energy of that type of presence feels a lot more constricting and controlling than it has to be, or than we have to allow it to be. Because if you look at this Devil card, he's looming over this character. But if you look closer, the cords that are holding potentially this poor spirit being to the Devil are already severed. The cords are already cut. So if only that being in the corner that feels like he's hiding, if only he just looked up, he'd be like, oh, they're gone already? I could just wave my hand over my head and be done with it? Then that would be so empowering, right? So there might be situations or energy coming up this week that make you feel like your mind might be your worst enemy, which is why to know that it's like, I feel like there's like these two energies coming in of this like grounded, solid, compassionate, contemplative counselor with the King of Swords, and then also this other side of our minds where it's like negative self-talk, negative self-thinking, old habits potentially coming up to bother us again. But know that the cords have already been cut, and you can walk away at any time. You can change at any time. You can rise above at any time. And you can also regain and take your power back at any time just by simply grounding yourself, connecting to your heart, connecting to your breath, and just breathing just with the intention of calming yourself down, calming your heart down, calming your mind down. And that standing still amongst these potentially heavier energies this week is potentially the best way to move forward through the week, because if you're moving forward through these energies this week from a place of each movement is with intention, then the reaction to lash out, to be negative to yourself, be negative to others, to self-criticize, won't have as much of an opportunity to show itself, if at all, because you will have known that each step you're taking is being made with intention. And if you put your intention and your focus and your attention towards each movement, then the universe has the only option is to align with it, because you've already put your intention, your attention, and your focus towards what you're doing with each step forward. I'm going to pull actually one more card just to clarify this Devil card, just because it is kind of a heavier card to leave off on, and I try to leave things positive for all of us. So I'm just going to shuffle and choose a card that speaks to me to clarify the Devil. I feel like you are the clarifying card. Ooh, the Ten of Swords. That does clarify things. So just a quick little clarification here. The Ten of Swords for the Devil is saying that we might be facing potentially these negative thoughts, negative self-talk, self-imprisonment, old subconscious programs coming up, because we're about to let go of something within our own minds, within our own personal power, within our own perception, for good. And when we're in that state where we're letting something go for good, we're shutting the door, we're locking the door of the key, and then the key just goes woof out of existence. That can feel pretty heavy, and it can kind of feel like it's potentially like looming over you, and maybe you're wondering if it's even the best idea to do with the Seven of Cups, and feeling like, oh, is there maybe another way? And also, this is a card about temptation, the Seven of Cups, as well. And the Devil is all about temptation. So, the temptation to be bad, to be negative about ourselves, about our world, about our reality, to stay in a state of victimhood. So this is saying that there might be some sort of perception, some sort of way of thinking, some sort of personal action, personal power type of situation or energy coming to an end this week for us, which can feel very heavy and can feel kind of confusing at times, but to know that you can breathe through it, and that standing still and moving forward with each intention is the best way to go. And that even though something is coming to an end, there's this beautiful, clear, open horizon and morning waiting for us once all that old energy clears from us. Whew. Alright, one last card. This is a gratitude practice and affirmation deck. I'm just going to shuffle it quickly, take whatever card is on top, and that will be our gratitude practice that we can return to for this week, moving through these intense energies. Oh, that felt like a lot of cards. I'm just going to put this back in. Alright, we have a reflection card here. It's like this on the front of it, and it says, "The deepest craving of human nature is the need to be appreciated. How can you show your appreciation to those around you today? Find a way using your words, your actions, or your body." Holy smokes, that is so powerful for this week ahead. So, show appreciation to those around you using your words, your actions, or your body. So, show appreciation to yourself using your body to connect to your breath and still yourself. Show appreciation to yourself by moving forward each step with pure intentions that you've set. Show appreciation to yourself, the situation that you're going through this week, these energies, by knowing that you can be victorious in it, and by cheering yourself on and cheering others on. You can show appreciation to yourself by swatting away the old ties that kept you in the past, your past subconscious, past thoughts, past personal power, past way of verbalizing, and to move forward into the week afterwards, knowing that you're starting something new, leaving behind old energy, and that when one thing leaves our life, it just makes more space for new, beautiful beginnings to arrive in it. Well, friends, that is the weekly energy update for Monday, October 3rd to Sunday, October 9th. I hope it resonated with you. I hope that it helped to inspire you to stay calm with your connection to the breath, to move forward through this coming week with mindful, focused intentions towards each movement that you take, and knowing that while you do that, you are being your own counselor from within. You don't have to worry about confusion, about multiple options and choices that come your way, because you are centered to the clearest counselor of all, your intuition and your inner guidance. And with that as your anchor and your counselor, there will be victory, there will be success, there will be acknowledgement, and know that any old thoughts, any old patterns, any old programming in your mind or in your system that comes up during this week is just the last of it being flushed out of your system, so that a beautiful brand new horizon and chapter can start in your life. That is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I deeply appreciate you for tuning in and staying till the end of the video. Like and subscribe if this resonated with you. I will be making more videos again. I am feeling more passionate, more inspired, and more uplifted than ever before, and I hope to see you again soon. The divine in me honors the divine in you. Namaste.